Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Veronica Brandon Miller.
And I'm Kelly Davis Strasboff.
And this is Goodwill, Minnesota's Good News,
where we get to share some of the good that's happening in our community with you.
And first, before we start the show, I want to welcome all the fathers who are out there, and happy Father's Day. In fact, whatever you have planned today, if it's fishing, if it's going out to dinner with your family, or just being alone, I hope you're enjoying your day. And also,
and so we have a great show planned for today. If you haven't bought something cool for your dad or your grandpa or your uncle or your friend or whatever man is in your life, then we urge you to get down to Goodwill, Minnesota and look for something great.
And actually, this is hot off the press. I was talking to some of the stores, and if you're in Manatee, they have an electronic dartboard. That sounds fun.
That sounds awesome.
In our Lakewood Ranch store, a refurbished laptop from our Tech Connection store, which, in case you haven't been to our Lakewood Ranch store, there is actually a refurbished Tech Connect. Through a grant from Microsoft, we're able to refurbish computers through the DoD.
The 3-path DoD wipe. It's like setting fire to it 3 times. It's awesome.
There we go. Or if you're at the bookstore in Clark Road, there is an autographed book from Colonel Powell. If you go to the Goodwill on 70 and 301, there's many selections of golf clubs. And actually, our Honoré and 17th store, someone was just walking out of the store with 3 Brooks Brothers ties with the tags on.
Yeah.
Cool.
No more ugly ties for your dad. Not that the ties you ever gave him, he thinks they're ugly or anything, but just in case you want to get him something nice. And so we talk about when you donate or shop at Goodwill, you're helping create jobs. And so you wonder, how can a pair of jeans create a job for somebody in the community, right? Well, if you are interested in hearing how that works, you can contact us, or you can go to experiencegoodwill.org, and we will take you on a behind-the-scenes tour so you can find out exactly how that works.
Yes. And today's show, we're going to have some fabulous guests, actually 2 fabulous women. We have Mary Beth Phillips, the CEO of Meals on Wheels Plus, and we also have Meredith Bombella, marketing guru for Whole Foods Market Sarasota. So we have many exciting things planned.
Yes, we do. Thank you all for coming on.
Thank you. So
Thank you for having us.
Why don't we start with Mary Beth? Mary Beth, CEO of Meals on Wheels Plus.
Yes. Well, most people recognize Meals on Wheels. It's very well branded nationally and internationally, but Meals on Wheels Plus of Manatee has many other programs under its umbrella. So we operate, for example, the Food Bank of Manatee, and we're going to talk about hunger and our programs this summer. Last year, we distributed 4.5 million pounds of food in our community in Manatee County. We distribute food to over 100 agencies and pantries in Manatee County. So we've had the food bank now for about 30 years. Meals on Wheels Plus is 43 years old this year. So we've been operating since 1972. Meals on Wheels Plus also oversees our adult day center, and we just opened a new building in Lakewood Ranch to house that program. So we're very happy to have a presence on the east side of Manatee County. It's also a collection site for food. If anybody on that side of the county would like to donate food instead of going to the food bank, we have barrels there as well.
And barrels at every
Yes.
Goodwill location.
Yes, and I have to say kudos to our friends at Goodwill. We do have a wonderful partnership, and you've been great supporters to help us get food out into the community. And I have to say that in the summer, our need really goes up, and unfortunately, our donation goes down. So if there is anybody out there who wants to host a food drive or can help us during the summer, it's a critical time. As you know,
need drivers too.
Well, we do need drivers to deliver meals, on the home delivered meals, definitely. So in the summer, we lose drivers for meals, and we lose donations for the food bank. Because, as we know in Florida, we have so many residents who are part-time residents, and people are typically not in that, donation mindset. But we do have a strong need in the summer because the demand goes up because children do not get the food at school that they typically get. And there are thousands of children that get the free or reduced meals at school, breakfast and lunch. So I'm excited to say that this year we are working with the Manatee County School Board, and they're bringing out buses to get kids lunch. And so we are supplementing that program with the weekend backpack. So the items that we desperately need are protein, canned items, breakfast items for kids, anything that we can bring out to them to bring home for the weekend.
So if people want to donate these protein items, besides going to Goodwill, I'm going to push the Goodwill.
Go to
because
Goodwill.
we'll make sure that all your non-perishable foods get to the food bank. But where else could they donate?
Well, they certainly can come over to the food bank and deliver food right there. We're located on 301 and 9th Street East in Manatee County. And then, like you said, go to your local Goodwill. And we're so fortunate to have them, close by.
Well, thank you. And also, I'm going to throw this out there. If you donate money to Meals on Wheels Plus, that dollar, actually, you can divide it way better than we can because you have relationships with the food
Sure.
industry.
That's true. That's true. We also are a Feeding America food bank. And so we get to leverage some of the grants through Feeding America. And the biggest program that we get to take advantage of is what we call the store retail pickup program. So bread or dairy or even meats that are a day old or they have to take off the shelf, we pick up 5 days a week at every Publix, Walmart, Target, Winn-Dixie. So we go around and pick up that food so that we can in turn get it to the pantries who give it out to the people who need it.
We just did a partnership with Publix. We get some of their seasonal items and recyclable things that they can't use. It makes more sense to give them to us. It's a great partnership. So they're a really, really great asset to this community, and it's cool to hear all the people that you work with. And now we were talking earlier because there's some misconceptions about who the food bank or who the Meals on Wheels
home
Plus
delivered meals.
helps. Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. There is a myth out there on the home delivered meal side that you have to be poor or indigent to get the meal, and that is not true. We will deliver the meal to your home. It's $6 a meal. We'll deliver the meal to anyone in Manatee County. And that's where the drivers come in. So again, during the summer, we do lose some of those drivers, but the staff makes up for it, and we've got some great volunteers that help us cover some of the routes. We have over 50 routes in Manatee County that go out every day. We make a fresh meal every day. And today is chicken marsala, by the way. The meal is really good, I have to say. We have a fabulous chef, and yeah, the other thing is that for clients who have a pet, we will bring pet food to them. Because
all right.
you
I had
know,
no idea.
but you know that those pets are like their family, and so
yeah.
if they are homebound and they can't get to the store to get food for themselves, you know they're going to give that meal to.
I thought I knew everything about Meals on Wheels Plus. I didn't know about that. That's awesome.
Yes, so really proud of that, and so we're able to feed both the client and their
animals.
pets, and again, our wonderful volunteers. It is so rewarding to them, I have to tell you. They will come to pick up the food, and I'll see they'll have like little dog bone in their pockets, and so the dogs know when the volunteer is coming with the meal. But again, back to the volunteers. I mean, they're not just the person that delivers the meal. In a lot of cases, they are the only face, the only human that the client sees. And they do form, friendships with them, but they also are the eyes and ears to say, okay, you know what? Veronica didn't answer the door today.
Yeah.
Well, we don't just leave the meal at the door. We will call the caregiver, try to get the client, and I can tell you it's happened many times where, the person needed some medical attention. So,
Wow.
yes.
I'm about to start crying right now. now.
So
Like, I
are you
get-
ready to
I have
sign
do
up?
exclusive-
Okay,
yeah,
so anybody
I'll
out
be
there who wants to volunteer, believe me, our volunteers really, really, get a lot out of it, probably as much or more than the clients who get the meal. But the myth is that you have to be poor. That is not true. There are some subsidies for the meal for people that can't afford it, but if people can pay for it, there's cases where people go and have surgery and they just, you make the meals and you can't cook. So we'll bring that meal to you. We'll deliver it to your door, $6, and it's fresh and it's made every day. So.
I have to make sure my husband doesn't hear this because I don't cook.
Okay,
So
let's not tell your
you'll be
husband.
coming out to my Acra to see me.
Yes, let's
Hey,
not tell your
Mary
husband. So some of the other plus programs we have, I mentioned the Adult Day Center, and that's a full day program from 7 to 5. And again, this is another scenario where there are people who are living with their elderly parents or relatives, and just to have a day off to go and do something for themselves. So we offer that respite for them, and again, it's a beautiful
fabulous.
building.
I took a
Yes.
tour. Arts and crafts. I mean, you name it.
Is there an
I-
age limit, like or a minimum that you can sign up?
And you're looking
well,
at me?
they're
Okay.
typically age 60 for that program,
Okay.
typically. But
Well, in 20 years, you'll be able to sign up.
Oh, thank you.
yes, we'll go
said
together.
20.
We'll go together. Oh, I was thinking 30. But this is a really cute story. We had a friend whose husband passed away, and she is in her 80s, and we thought she might be interested in seeing our program. But we found out that she has a wonderful talent. She's a painter. So she is now coming to teach the other clients how to paint. She's come a couple weeks now, and it's so rewarding for her, again, volunteering. And she came home and reported that she just loved those seniors.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she's in her 80s, but she's a really active senior. So some other programs, we have 4 congregate dining sites that are half-day programs, and they get the meal. We have 2 what we call lunch clubs for the not-so-senior, with speakers from lots of different topics that come out. We have Tuesday in Lakewood Ranch at the Town Hall, and we have Mondays at Renaissance on 9th. Which I should mention that Renaissance on 9th is also one of the plus programs, and it's been open for 8 years, and it was opened and taken under the Meals on Wheels Plus operation to be the active community center for people over age 50. Now, if you're 50, you don't think of yourself as a senior. No. So we call it the Enrichment Center at Renaissance on 9th. But that facility was large enough to also house a beautiful ballroom. We have the Turner Ballroom. We have a bistro that's open to the public Monday through Friday. We have a gift shop and a thrift shop, nowhere near size as your thrift shop, but we do have a thrift shop. And then we also have Senior Wheels, which is basically a transportation program for anybody over age 50 who needs to go to an appointment who just can't drive. So I would welcome anyone to come for a tour and actually walk it and see our facilities and
Why
firsthand.
don't we talk about your website for them to learn
Sure.
more information?
You can go on www.mealsonwheelsplus.org for more information about all our programs. And thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we love you.
Oh,
Yes.
we love you too. Thank you.
I love it. Okay, so next up we have Meredith Bombella from Whole Foods Market Sarasota. She is their marketing guru. That's what we like to call her. And so Meredith, thank you for coming on board with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
And we're really excited because we have an event coming up, but that's a little teaser for everybody to keep them really interested. And so tell us a little bit about what you do at Whole Foods and what's going on with Whole Foods right now.
Okay, so Whole Foods Market, we like to think of ourselves as more tied in with the community and not just your regular grocery store. We have many community giving days. We donate to tons of charities in the community. And so what I do is I help facilitate those donations. I do all the marketing in the store, I do the events in the store, and then any events that we do outside of the store. And so what's great about Whole Foods is that we get to be right there front and center with any sort of nonprofit in the community. We have our 5% day, which we donate 5% of that day's sales to that chosen charity, which, I mean, we have changed lives in the community. And we also have Donate Your Dimes. Every time you bring in a reusable bag, you get 10 cents either off your bill or you can choose to donate to a local charity, or our Whole Planet Foundation. Sarasota is a very giving community. They
Very.
usually give it to their local charity. And
love
so
that.
we do that once a
I hope
quarter.
you
so
why
it's-
them down if they don't. No.
Our cashiers.
Do you want to donate a dime?
We've got some wonderful cashiers. We do that once a quarter, so we do that 4 times a year for each one of those giving days. So that's 8 recipients every year. It's really hard to make the decision, but we love the impact that we put in this community. So then our Whole Planet Foundation, which is another one that you can support, is the way that Whole Foods Market really wants to help alleviate poverty. So we do that through the Whole Planet Foundation and our microcredit loans to our suppliers. And so that's just our way of giving back to those who have helped us become a great company.
And you are a great company. That's awesome. And you, it's funny, on my phone today, Time Hop, it reminded me last year we partnered together with Whole Foods on a wine and cheese kind of an event. Do you want to talk about what we're doing this year?
Yeah, on Thursday we're doing Burgers and Beyond, and Beyond is because we know we have some vegetarians, vegans, and so there's an alternative meat.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Yes, of course. We work at Whole Foods Market, so we.
Right.
And so it's just a family-friendly barbecue, games, fun. Local radio personalities.
Yeah, Lulu and Maverick from 106.5 CTQ, Goodwill ambassadors. Love
Yes.
them. We're going to be partying it up.
Live entertainment.
Yeah.
So much fun.
So much fun. We're going to do a few games. $8 for adults. It includes a sandwich, a salad, chips, and a drink. So it's a pretty good deal. $5 for children. And if you're 21 and older, that drink for the adults can be an alcoholic beverage. So it's a great event. All proceeds will go to Goodwill. So the food's donated, everything's donated, and then we'll also raffle off some prizes to help make that a little more impactful.
Enticing. Oh,
yeah.
For $8 to get all that food,
Right.
I mean that's worth the entry fee
Oh,
alone.
well,
I mean,
the games and
Yeah,
the
and Maverick and
entertainment.
Lulu.
Lulu and Maverick.
But,
We love Lulu and Maverick.
and I think we're going to have a special guest from Goodwill.
We are.
Yeah, Goodwillie is going to be there.
Which is our
He's our
mascot.
mascot. So make sure you go and take pictures with him because we love.
We love
those pictures.
Goodwillie.
They're really fun. Big hands. And it's a lot of fun. But that's so exciting.
But back to Whole Foods. Healthy eating is your mantra. I mean, you give healthy cooking classes, and I'm going to do a plug out there. Katie, who does the healthy cooking classes, love you, Katie. We used to work together. But you want to talk about the healthy?
Yeah, so we have an in-store healthy eating specialist who does at least 2 healthy eating classes every month, and they're usually sold out because this community is really into eating healthy. And our slogan for Whole Foods Market is America's healthiest grocery store.
Yeah,
we strive to do that.
Go ahead. There's
I
a
just want
way.
to take it from someone else who really wants it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So she usually focuses her classes around plant-based foods, an alternative to meat. And then she also offers lots of in-store tours based on any sort of diet restriction or diet need. And so it's not a common thing for grocery stores to have a healthy eating specialist, full-time staff member. So we feel really fortunate. She's great, and so she's always in the store. Her desk is front and center in the store, so come on down.
And always helpful.
And I always get so confused. I walk in there and I'm like, what is gluten? You know, 'cause
Right,
I don't know
yeah.
anything about it. But the people are always so nice.
No,
Everybody's
that's
always so
good.
nice there. You know, they don't look at you like you don't know what gluten is. It's 2015. Come on, get on board. So it's just really nice to see that you have that person on staff.
And
Very cool.
the Whole Foods as a company, I mean, it's amazing, the good corporate social responsibility you guys do. But you also really care about your employees because don't you have a program to make sure that they're eating healthy?
Yes, so a nice benefit to being a team member is you get 20% off of your purchases in the store. That's great. But to incentivize our team members to be healthy and be active, you can do biometric screenings once a year to get up to 30% off. So that entices you to, it takes into consideration smoking and drinking and eating healthy. So it's just another way to incentivize our team members to eat healthy and be healthy.
I would probably get penalized.
You
They're
can't
like,
go
no.
under 20%, but
They'd be like, no, you have to pay us 10% more. That's horrible. I like eating.
I do too. I work in a grocery store.
But I'm really excited about the Whole Foods barbecue, just throwing it back because it's going to be barbecue as well. It's going to be burgers and
Hot
the
dogs,
non-meat
yep.
options, of course.
Of course.
Beyond.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I'm just sorry to bring it back. I'm just stuck on the food thing now.
No, it's okay.
So anyway, and then,
But it is.
It's really.
And again, it's going to be this Thursday, the 25th, at 6 to 8 p.m.
Yep.
So
Out in front of Whole Foods.
Yeah.
We're going to close down the driveway. And so bring your family, bring everybody, bring your neighbors.
That is
Yes.
awesome.
All proceeds go back to Goodwill.
And I think we're going to have some of our staff members there too to talk about our different programs and services, our veterans program, to talk about that, just in case people didn't know. And we've talked a lot about Goodwill because people have perceptions, oh, I donate there, but I don't shop there. I'm like, have you been in one of our stores lately? Because they're amazing. They're for everybody. And so we talked about
Everything
Whole
I'm
Foods.
wearing?
Yeah, we shop there a lot. Don't tell my husband, but he's probably not watching this, but sleeping on Sunday morning.
Okay.
But what do you feel, what do you want people to know when they go to Whole Foods, especially since it's local, it's Sarasota? What do you want people to know when they go to, if they're nervous about it?
Well, there is a perception that Whole Foods can be expensive. And we have our 365 Everyday Value brand. So we have our own store brand. It's really comparable to other stores. We have fresh produce. Shop in bulk. We have a huge bulk section that can be really reasonable. And, you know, we source locally. We source from the best suppliers. And so that really goes into consideration. We really believe in treating our suppliers, and they really believe in treating their employees well. And so, I mean, I think that it goes into why you should shop at Whole Foods, is because we care. And we
love
care
that.
about you.
And it's clear, especially all those programs that you're doing for other nonprofits, and thank you for selecting Goodwill, because we love you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love you.
Love the buffet section. If you haven't been to Whole Foods in Sarasota, it's amazing. Again, food. I guess I should do the food section
Yeah.
next, 'cause I don't know anything
And
else.
I love the cheese section.
Yeah. I didn't know there were
Quickly.
that many kind of cheeses. Sorry.
Oh, I know, it's crazy.
No
Talk
idea.
about cheese night.
On this Tuesday, we have a quarterly cheese night. We have 2 in-house cheesemongers. They're professionals. They know everything about it. And they will be talking about sheep's milk from around the world. So come in, it's free. And
And you get to taste and learn. I mean, it's
yeah,
great.
you can learn any question. There's no question that they can't answer. They know everything about cheese. So come
So
in.
my question to you is, what's the website for them to learn more information?
You can just go to WholeFoodsMarket.com. If you want to get involved with us socially, we have a Facebook page, Whole Foods Market Sarasota, and then we're also on Instagram at WFM Sarasota.
Excellent.
I love it.
Excellent.
I love it. All right. Now it's one of, not that you guys aren't amazing, but it's my favorite part of the show. We are talking about fabulous finds in 5 minutes. And I'm going to try to keep it under 5 because I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm going to start by talking briefly about our 2015 campaign. So our campaign this year, we worked with students. They're actually high school students from around the world, and they were going to Ringling for a summer program, Ringling College. So they came up with a campaign idea for a class project, Reinvent Yourself. And so we saw the idea, and we said, well, that's a fantastic idea. We're going to use it. Thank you. So we worked with Nickel Communications to have this campaign, and it's been our campaign for 2015. It's really 2 parts. We have print ads that feature our local celebrities and ambassadors, Maverick and Lulu of 1065, Christine and Joey. They're just fabulous. You see them everywhere.
Greg Stubbe and
Representative
his
Greg
wife.
Stubbe and his wife. So we have all these amazing people that show their favorite stores, what they love about Goodwill, and why they support us. We also have 4 commercials that talk about our impact initiatives, economic, environmental, employment, and education. So this campaign has been really great, and I want to lead that in because along with that, when you donate, you can help reinvent the life of someone else. But when you shop, you can also reinvent your own life and your personal style. So that led us to creating a fashion blog. So on Fridays, if you go to Goodwill Minnesota's Facebook page, I expect to have a bunch of new likes because you're all watching this and you love us. We post a link to our latest blog. So each month we're going to focus on a different trend. We have some amazing contributors locally that are helping me gather content, figure out what's going on in the community, what we want to focus on. So with that all being said, that kind of leads me into fashionable finds for, fabulous finds in 5. Too many F words going on here, the good ones.
Now it's fabulous finds in 2.
Yeah, fabulous finds in 2. So I showed our guests a picture of 2 watches because you want to get your dad something nice. You just remembered it's Father's Day. You got to run out to Goodwill because we're open, and you see 2 watches. So I'm going to show you 2 watches, and you're going to see which one costs less. So do you think it's the watch on the left or the watch on the right? And they're comparative watches too. I'm not going to throw anything crazy at you, but what do you think by looking at the screen?
I think it's the one on the right.
The right?
I would agree, the right.
Okay, and would you buy this for your husband?
Yes.
Either of these watches?
I would.
Okay,
Definitely.
so that's good to know.
Yeah.
So we know what you're
He
getting.
needs a new one.
What's your husband's name?
Matt.
Matt, we know what you're getting for Father's Day. It's a watch from Goodwill.
Surprise.
And I found these at our corporate campus, our Treasure Island location. If you walk in, there's a neat little area up front that kind of showcases featured items. So, drum roll. Kim, I don't want you to tell that. Thanks. I don't want to have to do it myself. So the watch, there is I don't even know if I'm saying the brand's right, Brita, and there's a Rockland. And the Brita was $4.99.
Wow.
No way.
Yes way.
$4.99.
Yes way. And the Rockland is $19.99.
Still very reasonable.
So I mean,
But how much do they normally go for?
a lot. A lot. But it's funny because you can go to Goodwill and you can find a watch that might be worth $200, so we might be selling it for $30 or $40. So we price things accordingly. When you give us donations, we want to be good stewards. We want to get as much as we can for them so we can continue funding our mission, helping put people in jobs, helping people get their GEDs, helping people with ESOL classes. We want to help them be a better person. So when you give us something, we take that seriously. And we also love shopping and finding cool finds. So, but yeah, isn't that exciting how you can find 2 watches?
Fabulous.
They both look
Amazing.
It's the
nice.
exact same too, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you could get either, and it would still be a win. And I think the $19.99 watch came with a little like corkscrew thing too, like a bottle opener. So it's extra little added
Too
value.
fancy for me.
So fancy.
Love you, Jeremy.
Crack it
You're
on
not
the
getting
table.
something fancy. Just saying.
So that's our fabulous finds in 5. And so, so yeah, just if you haven't had a chance to check out Goodwill, people walk up to me and they say, "I got this at Goodwill for $12," and I'm like, "You're so amazing, thank you so much." But then other people come up, "Oh, I don't shop at Goodwill." Go try it out and then tell me what you think, because you're going to be blown away.
Yep. So fabulous.
Thanks.
Thank you for being fabulous. Thank you for being
Thank
fabulous.
you so much.
Mary
for
Beth
having us.
Phillips, Meals
Thank
and
you.
Wheels Plus, Meredith from Whole Foods. Man, I cannot wait for Thursday.
I know, I'm
and I
excited.
hope everybody out there will join us Thursday at Whole Foods. Thank you and hope to see you next Sunday. Happy Father's Day.